Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I think that I am in the process of searching for some Ents here in Balewood, so let's get to it. There's a few quests to do, and that's what we'll do. So, I'm wondering if I should do the epic. No, let me go do the non-epic quest instead for now. They're both fairly similar. Looking for some Ent glades. Where am I at here? I need to go north a little bit. Is it up there? Yes, it is. I see the quest ring. I see the quest ring. This is Stone Cliff, and there is an Ent. Not an orc, are you? Come to hack away at us, little one? The Ent raises a branch menacingly above its head before lowering it as you rush to store your weapons away. No, I suppose not. We have lost a friend this day. I can only hope that we have gained another. Little one. I found that the men outside of the forest either say too much or far too little. So which is it for you? Too little, then, I suppose. We shall see if that does not change, for a great many things have changed here. The forest has not been chilled such before. Yes, we have had winters, and the cold does yet come, but this goes far beyond a simple changing of the seasons. When Tithanulf and I awoke, nothing was as I remembered it. There were times when I and the other Ents conversed at length, for there was much still to say, and even more time to say it. But now, the Enting Hollow has frozen solid. Our enemies set siege to the forest, and Leaflock slumbers, unable to tend to the horns. Ah, to be free of such problems, and to think of better times. There's his friend here. Come, we must travel to the Enting Hollow. Are you ready to follow, little one?
Sheltered from the evil that has taken hold of the forest, Baralas wishes to recall the days before Ner'zhul's coming, when the Ents once met at the Enting Hollow.
We have made it, Kippen. This forest has become so unfamiliar to me since Ner'zhul returned. Ah yes, he was here once before, little one, but then he was different. What he gained in might, he lost in compassion for the creatures of this realm. Let us walk, and I shall tell you more of Ner'zhul and the men of these lands. Walk with me, Kippen. Look what has become of this forest. The orcs and the beast Ner'zhul have taken everything from us. Everything lively struck cold and frozen. Even this pond, little one. We Ents once gathered here when the weather was fair, and we feared not such monsters in our minds. Such days were a brighter time, Kippen. My memories of those times flow unrestrained. The only thing left untouched is this winter. Let me tell you of those days long past, Kippen. I and the other Ents had gathered to meet at the Enting Hollow. So long it has been, my friends. Certainly it has. Ah, but Nindorn, how joyous that our paths cross again. And of course to see you. Baralas, Strong Root, Mossbeard, and Tithanulf. Tithanulf, your skill in slumbering through anything will never cease to astound me. Oh, I am dearly sorry, my friends. Some things never change. I too am glad to look upon you all. But happenings in the forest have been troubling to me as of late, as some of you surely know. Yes, indeed. Yes, but what have you to say of them? I am well aware of such things, Strong Roots. The men have been coming closer to the forest. What of them, Strong Root? Mossbeard is right. These men have never risen against us. What have we to fear of them? Mossbeard is right. Their horn and the noise it creates is proving to be a great trouble for the forest. It frightens the Huorns greatly, my friends. I doubt the men mean anything of it, save to protect themselves, being as tiny as they are. Would you not seek the same? The men will keep to themselves, and Leaflock shall manage, as has always been so. Perhaps, Mossbeard, but perhaps not. This horn you speak of does us little harm. Matters of Ents should concern only Ents, and likewise for these men. Let us avoid such unneeded conflicts, my friends. Unneeded conflicts. You're right, Nindorn. Such things should not bring forth more trouble to us. My worries are eased. Eased? Dare you not speak of your other concern, Strongroot? The stone giants who wandered about in our forest, Strongroot? You were not alone in seeing such a thing. I thought I was the only one who saw. The giant came from the Misty Mountains. He wandered long in our forest and journeyed to the lands of men before returning whence he came. As he fled, the horn sound came again. He suffered deep wounds. I do not think he shall be seen again, for fear that the men may do on his return. We should not abide a stone giant in the forest, though. Even with careful steps, so much life can be needlessly quelled. The giant's wounds were severe. This is a matter between him and the men. We must not place it in ourselves, Dusk Leaf. You are wrong, Barlas. There are times when there is no choice but to act, and I will in your absence. Looks like Ner'zhul is possibly one of these stone giants here that came. Come, let us leave these memories behind. Even with our conflicts, such times were better. And so, little Warden, you have heard all I wish to say on these matters. Let us return to Stonecliff. Such an open space is a perilous place to remain. And so, little one, my tale ends. Let us speak of other things. Sorry, taking a drink here. You'd be surprised how dry your mouth gets recording all these episodes. Dusk Leaf was right, Kippen. I knew my mistake well once Ner'zhul carved his path under the canopy. I still hold out hope that the forest may be reclaimed, dim as it may be. The men and their horn have paled in comparison to such wanton destruction. Aside from Tiddenulf, I have not seen the others since awakening. I cannot help but wonder what has become of them. I worry greatly for Dusk Leaf. He is quickly to action, and if he dared to stand against Ner'zhul, I fear the horrors that might have befallen him. If you would, let us talk about finding the others. It may be that you find such eagerness to aid us misplaced, or perhaps not. We shall see, little one. Home. I slept long before this winter, little one. This wood has become so baleful, so hostile to my kind. When first I began to sleep, many Ents wandered this wood, but the monster pulled me from my slumber. So many of us are lost, slain by the forces that defile our forest. Others may have found refuge, or they may have not. I am too large to seek out the others without being discovered by my foes, but you can move through the forest much more freely. If you can, little one, seek out my kindred in the darkness. Perhaps some have returned to the Enting Hollow since winter's fall. The forest is not itself, my friend. When Barlas and I awoke from our sleep, we did so in darkness, and we awoke into violence. Such happenings are troubling, and I fear that Finglas cannot wake to aid us, for he had becoming more and more tree-ish, so to speak, before our sleeping. The wood trolls harry us whenever our limbs carry us in the gloom, and the Huorns, they are truly unruly without Finglas tending. They may be beyond saving, though I do not wish to believe it so. The wood trolls must have been affected by Ner'zhul's passing. I can only wonder what wounds he inflicted upon them to make them far more hostile than they already are to my kind. To the Gnome heaves a heavy sigh. Seek out the wood trolls, and for the good of this forest, please return them to the earth. However, I would ask that you examine their remains, and perhaps then we can discover what has driven them to madness. So I gotta kill some wood trolls and go find some of the other Ents. Although I want to climb up here though, just to kind of see what's up here, if I can. I can't. It's impossible. It's an invisible wall. Okay, I'll just go do my quests. I'll ride south, defeated and alone. I like this wintry forest though. It's a very cool landscape here, I think. Let me start killing some of these wood trolls. So I've examined the remains. I don't know if I've seen much. Excellent. Grab another one. That's orcs. I don't care about orcs. I want the trolls. Still need 4 more. Let me get on my pony, and maybe I'll start running towards the Ents. I'll just kill wood trolls along the way. Alright, that is 5. What a winter wonderland over here. And what are you doing here? Badarlas is safe, you say? Very well, I shall return to his side in my own time. I must remain far from the orcs, lest they find me here like my fellows. While I begin my journey, I would ask that you aid me in one other matter. Badarlas is a wise Ent, and he is my elder. However, many of the elders to us, for us young Ents, are all that remain here. My bark looks old and weathered, you say? Old, my small friend, may still be young to us. The monster Ner'zhul has been a cause of great destruction to my friends in this forest. The cries of the trees as he pulled them from the earth is not something I would long to hear again. His assault on the forest was swift and brutal, and many of his damages remain still. Along the side of that twisted path through the forest that the orcs defile with that crude machinery, you will find his handiwork smashed into the earth. If you search for signs of his destruction, I would ask that you examine them, for strange things have been cropping up in the forest as of late, and none of them good. Okay. So let me keep going this way. Oh my gosh. So there's a route here, but it's got a quest ring, so obviously let me grab that. Near the sites of the stone's influence, foul roots have sprouted from the frozen earth. Unless they are slashed, these roots will continue to trip and strangle passerbys and pose a threat to the future of Beowulf and Fangorn. You can find an icy boulder that has impacted the ground deeply. Such strength goes beyond that of a giant. Need to find more roots. Let me see. Let me go over this way, I guess. What is going on? Not in my line of sight. What? You have hewn many roots of the bale wood, and have guarded the other trees of this wood from Ner'zhul and the foul influence of the stone he wears upon his back. Very good. Let me get on my pony. And there's a quest ring here, but perhaps for these icy shards. It's like the wood troll there is impaled. You have encountered a shard of ice upon which Ner'zhul has impaled several wood trolls. And a little bit more that way. You have discovered a jagged crack in the Balewood's earth, surely caused by Ner'zhul's stomping. Let me go up there. Perhaps there's more to this monster than we thought. Such strength is uncommon, even for a giant of stone. And that foul roots sprang from the earth amid this havoc. This is odd indeed. Odd and gravely unsettling. Kippen, we must speak of what is to be done to learn more of this monster, lest any hasty action be taken. Okay. Good. Strong agrees to return to Barlas and the others. Alright, so I need to examine more corpses of wood trolls. Let me go that way. There's a wood troll. Couple more ought to do it. And one more, please. One more. There he is, my last victim. Very good. Let me go talk to the other Ents before I go turn in this quest. Let me see, where am I at here? I need to go south a little bit. Need to get up there somehow. There we go. All the way at the peak here. This is a nice little vantage point. Can't see much because the winter is thick. Orcs, trolls, giants, and now a hobbit. What brings all here to disturb us? Barlas, he is awakened? I shall join him. But first, little one, I have a task for you. The winter has been cruel to my kind, Kippen. When Ner'zhul came, many of the Ents remained still in slumber. But those of us that walked among the trees were faced with a great foe of our kind. The trees screamed to us for help. I hear their cries still. They did not understand, and Ner'zhul, we were so few, we could do nothing to stop him. We fled into the forest, all save for Dusk Leaf. Such hasty decisions are unbefitting, I think. But he went forth. Ner'zhul struck him down, but his ending did not come. He fled into the forest and was avoided, and has avoided all of us since. I would ask that you try to convince our friend to return. Ner'zhul must be dealt with in time, and we will need all of our kind to stand against him. If Dusk Leaf is to be found, I would guess that he is near the Enting Hollow, little one. Okay. So he's gonna be a little bit to the southeast here. Sharp creaking pierces the silence as an Ent slumbers forth. He looks kind of evil. Oh no. Let me dismount. Another little one has come back to hack at my branches. You dare speak to me of rejoining the others? It matters not where we choose to plant ourselves if nothing is to be done. This forest is death. They are too weak to act. But I am not. I am one to smother any invader of these woods beneath the snow. He's mad. Sounds a little constipated. Let me relieve him. There you go. Maddened by the pain Ner'zhul inflicted, Dusk Leaf was beyond saving. You must tell Nindorn what has happened. Little sad there. So he was lost to madness. Tragic, my friend. Ner'zhul's rampage hewed his mind long ago then. You made the only choice you could, little one. As impatient as Quick Beam that one was, but bold nonetheless. I will miss him greatly. Thank you for telling me of these happenings, Kippen. I will return to Barlos now. Okay. Good, and I'm wondering if I should go do the epic. I think I'm going to. I'm trying to make this converge nicely, so I don't want one part of the quest to fall too behind while I do a lot of the other one. It's so nice not getting aggro. Okay, where am I going here? I have to drop down at some point. Okay, I guess it's now. What do I got? 9 more seconds of broken legs. And what is this? Oh, it's one of those things for the deed. Another flower here. Again, I'll go over all these in detail. A tall and craggy figure stands in this glade. You almost passed it by. Look!
What a wonder. See if you can get his attention.
If I'm not very much mistaken, this Ent is even older than Rudrif. See if you can get his attention. You politely greet the Ent and nothing happens for a long time. Eventually, a baleful eye slowly turns to look at you. You introduce yourself as Kippen and ask him for his name. More long minutes pass. Leaflock. Breathe and leaves in the canopy. You ask if he knows of Ner'zhul the giant, and the baleful eye ponderously swings closed. This may take longer than you expected.
It may take some work to wake him to our need.
We have found an incredibly old Ent. That is good. Cordon smiles grimly, ready for a challenge. It may take some work to wake him for our need. That is the bad.
Engage the orcs in combat, and the din may waken our sleeping friend.
I beheld many orcs cutting their way through Balewood while we search for this place, Kippen. If you engage them in combat, perhaps the din will be sufficient to awaken our sleeping friend. And if not, well, there will be fewer orcs in Balewood. Is that not a worthy result? Okay, let's go kill some orcs. Only 5, not too bad. Over here, there's another one. Little laggy. Not terrible though. And that's gonna be the last one. Okay. Now back to our friend, see if he has awakened. Leaflock stirs slightly but remains otherwise asleep. So now I need to defeat even more orcs. Alright. Seems a little redundant. Go find more. Kind of far. I'm still in the general area of where they should be. Man, they're a little scattered. Let me get on my pony, I guess. Make this a little quicker. Guess I should have just come to the road because there's so many here. They're all very well concentrated. Okay, good. And you know what? Let me get on the war steed to ride back. That'll be a little quicker. If it tells me to go kill 5 more orcs, that'll be very annoying. I surely hope not. A sighing sound escapes from somewhere within the cracks of Leaflock's weathered face, but you see no sign of wakefulness. Okay, so he's not waking up just quite yet, but we'll see if we can change that in the next episode. Thanks for watching and see you then.